Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, hey, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder dash poppycock.
I forgot to clip off that last part and shows it came from my TikTok. Dang. Anyway, hello, Miss Frosty. So glad you're here. Welcome. Somebody's home. I heard somebody calling one of the animals. Anywho. Oh my goodness. Hi, VHS Mikey. How are you? Super glad you're here. Hey, Frosty Broccoli. So glad you're here. Oh no! Oh no! I'm not sure how I do getting to know new people that quickly. Like 1 or 2 at a time, sure. But there's a chance like 20 unknown people are going to come in here. I'm going to kind of panic. Oh no! What's social anxiety? But thank you though. Oh. Aw, y'all are sweet. Aw. All right. Let's see, I guess. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. Usually you're the second or third person, or second or third comment. Usually he's in here very fast. Aw, so glad y'all are here. All right, well, I guess let's jump in it. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hello, lovely Sherry. It is so lovely to see you. She's like, Abby Daniel, yay. Yeah, usually he's like the first or second, maybe third comment, usually. I mean, usually he's in here lightning quick. I'm just happy to have y'all. All right. So, let me. Sorry, I'm having an OCD moment, so I got to move things a certain way. I want my mouse pad to be a certain way. Like, otherwise, I'm just not going to function correctly. I know that's weird, and I'm sorry. Usually, I'm not like that, or not noticeably like that. All right. Let's jump in this mess. So, yeah, this one kind of surprised me. Israel officially apologizes to Lebanon for death of soldiers. What about the death of civilians, though? Seems kind of like an odd one. The Israeli military apologized for a strike that killed 3 Lebanese soldiers in southern Lebanon. The army saying that it is not battling the country's military and its troops believed they were being targeted. They were targeting a vehicle belonging to Hezbollah. I wonder how many times that's happened. Like, who's giving them this shitty ass, intel that they didn't know the difference. So they're apologizing for that. They're not apologizing for the civilians they've killed. That's such a fucking odd. That's so odd, but okay. Israeli strike meanwhile hit nearly a dozen branches of Hezbollah's run financial institutions. That Israel says is used to fund attacks, but where many ordinary people keep their savings. Yep. I don't think they're honest about that part. Almost everything they hit, they claim it's Hezbollah. God. Last week, Hezbollah said it's entering a new phase in its fight against invading Israeli troops, as the region reckoned with the killing of top Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar in a battle with Israeli forces in Gaza. Sinwar was a chief architect of the attack on southern Israel that precipitated the latest escalating conflicts in the Middle East. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has pledged to annihilate Hamas and recover dozens of hostages held by the group. I don't understand how there's dozens of hostages. And I finally found my hostage countdown video, the one I made like 2 or 3 months ago. And so that's not quite up to date because a few have been killed since then. But let me share. Let me figure out where the fuck I put it. It's in videos. Yeah, okay. I knew. So I'll show you the video. And this is using like Israel's and like the proved stories by Israel to do the countdown on how. All right, so yeah, let's start the countdown. Where's my pause button? Finish. All right, so this is the Daily Mail. Down here it says October 13th, 2023. So this was released by the IDF to the Daily Mail and other press junkets, whatever. And they originally claimed that 252 hostages had been taken. Here in this story, they're claiming they have saved 250. That's the same video from different angles. But right here it says IDF body cam footage shows the moment elite Israel troops, blah, blah, blah. You get it. So technically that should leave 2 hostages left. Technically. Right here, this was February the 12th of this year. And this was put out by AIPAC. This is AIPAC, American Israeli Political Action Committee, or whatever the fuck it is. So this is their shit, and they're saying they rescued 2 people here after being with Hamas for 129 days. So we should be at 0. We should be at 0 hostages technically. Day 150. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't know what 153 is. After 129 days in captivity, 2 Israeli hostages rescued. And that is on March the 7th. So now, between that last video and this one, we should be at -3. We should be at -3, right? Oh, I'm sorry, -5. I'm sorry, we're at -5 hostages.
Good morning to both of you, and it is indeed a good morning as we see coming out of Gaza. The IDF has shot and killed 3 Israeli hostages. The IDF is claiming.
So yeah, the IDF shot 3 of their own. 3 of their own fucking people.
That this happened during combat in Shijaya. Identified 3 Israeli hostages.
Oh yeah, sorry. So that's where it comes -5. And that's weird because I think this is the girl they said killed herself recently. I think. But now we're at -6 because this girl was released. They said. Hold on, my cat won't shut the fuck up. Okay, sorry, my cat wouldn't shut the fuck up. All right. So we are at a count of -6. This video clip is from October the 30th of 2023.
With her family, having been kidnapped for over 3 weeks. According to Israeli officials, she's been medically examined and her condition.
I did this video, but then I later found out they did not exchange 70. So I just ignored that part. We're still at -6.
So the age group released 24 Israeli hostages in exchange for.
So yeah, they exchanged 30 hostages. That makes
39 Palestinian
20.
hostages
Yeah,
that were held.
yeah. So we're at -30 hostages now.
Between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. This type of information is really going to throw a wrench in things. So the ceasefire negotiations.
Yeah, they're not even talking about that now because Israel wanted them to release 40 hostages or whatever on April 11th. And Hamas is like, we don't have 40 hostages to give you.
They're ongoing in Cairo right now. And there was a leak yesterday from the Hamas side that they might not have 40 Israeli hostages alive that meet the criteria for.
Yeah. So like negative 30 hostages. So when they say they have over 100 hostages still held there, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But anywho, now we got that part, which will be bringing us to the next fucking article that's going to really fucking surprise you. Well, it surprised me. I mean, it shouldn't, but it does. Let's see, which one is it? I figured ISIS was controlled by Israel. I didn't know that Al-Qaeda was, but Al-Qaeda insider tells Hamas to release the Israeli hostages immediately after the assassination of Yahya Sinwar. Al-Qaeda is telling Hamas to release hostages. The fuck? But okay. Following the death of leader Yahya Sinwar, Hamas is facing renewed calls to release Israeli citizens they took hostage following the October 7th attack, including an advisor to the purported leader of Al-Qaeda. They took an advisor of Al-Qaeda? Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly, because maybe I'm having a dyslexic moment. I'm just not looking at it right. Hold on. Facing renewed calls to release Israeli citizens they took following the attack, including from an advisor. Oh, it's a call from an advisor. This would be purportedly a leader of Al-Qaeda. Okay, I misunderstood that for a minute. Hamid, father-in-law to alleged Al-Qaeda leader Adel, called on Hamas to immediately return the hostages, including the bodies of the hostages that died in captivity. That's not something I would have expected Al-Qaeda to say. But okay. Hamas must now immediately return the hostages and their bodies, and this file must be closed and not opened again, as we know its consequences. That's a really odd thing for Al-Qaeda to say, isn't it? I mean, Since when is Al-Qaeda supposed to be on Israel's side? That's got to make you wonder. Because Al-Qaeda doesn't seem to have any problem fighting, so why would they say this needs to be closed and never opened again? What the fuck? But that was in a statement obtained by the American Constituency Group, which specializes in tracking jihadist and white supremacist organizations. Okay. Hamid stated that Hamas' decision to continue holding Israeli people as hostages was overshadowing the fact that Palestinian prisoners are being held by Israel. No one cares about the Palestinian prisoners, neither does the media, in negotiations nor in demonstrations, Hamid continued. Damn. He's just fucking taking the air out of everybody, isn't he? In the wake of October 7th attacks in Israel, Palestinian militant group Hamas took 251 people. That's the video countdown I showed you, with many of them having died since. Yeah, some died in the fucking carpet bombing. While some were released in December during a brief ceasefire, 97 of the hostages are estimated to still be alive and actively held by Hamas. I don't see how 97. I mean, we saw the math a minute ago. I don't see how we have fucking 97 left. I really do. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. But yeah, clearly Al-Qaeda's got some weird shit going on. I don't know what that's about. But next article. All right, so everybody's heard about the shit that happened in North Carolina, and a lot of people are thinking that, it was DARPA or HARP causing a storm so they could take the lithium mines and deposits they were the government and companies were wanting. Well, guess what they found under Arkansas? You fucking guessed it. Fuck. An enormous reservoir of hidden treasure found under Arkansas. Oh shit, I wonder what they're going to hit Arkansas with. Huge wildfires, a lot of tornadoes, maybe another hurricane. We might be able to squeeze out another hurricane before November. Who knows? The U.S. Geological Survey led study has revealed an enormous lithium deposit in southwestern Arkansas that could potentially revolutionize the global electric vehicle industry. Oh, fuck. That sounds like enough to kill over. Using innovative water testing methods combined with machine learning, researchers estimated that the region contains 5 to 19 million tons of lithium reserves, enough to meet the projected 2023 world demand for lithium in car batteries 9 times over. Fuck me, that is a lot. That's a fucking lot, y'all. Like, I'm not a math person, but that's a lot. The discovery focuses on lithium-rich brines within the Smackover Formation, an ancient seabed that extends across several southern states. The finding is particularly significant as it could reduce U.S. reliance on imports of raw material. Wow. Between Arkansas and North Carolina and everything, yeah, I imagine. Lithium is a critical mineral for the energy transition, and the potential for increased U.S. production to replace imports has implications for employment, manufacturing, and supply chain resilience. So I feel like we should have like some kind of little pool to see like what's going to happen to Arkansas in the next I don't know, 2-3 months. Because, the cold weather's coming, so it's going to be a little harder to hide certain things. So, if we get a hurricane in December that wipes out that part of Arkansas, it's going to be a bit suspicious, So we're going to have to at least squeeze one out before Halloween. Yeah, I think we should bookmark this fucker right here, because I have a feeling this is going to come back into play later. Next article. Israel accuses 6 Al Jazeera journalists in Gaza of being Palestinian militants. Well, they've done that with reporters the entire time. In fact, they have been wiping out reporters like they have ambulance workers, just kind of wiping them out. Now there's like 6 left, and they are targeting them. So, God help me. Ramallah, West Bank. The Israeli army on Wednesday accused 6 Al Jazeera journalists covering the war in Gaza of also being current and former paid fighters for the Palestinian militant group. Al Jazeera rejects that claim. I would too. Israel cited documents it purportedly found in Gaza. It's funny how they always find documents. I'm going to show you those documents, by the way, because I use Google Lens to translate. Yeah, it's goofy. And other intelligence it gathered in making the accusation against the journalists, all of whom are Palestinian men. It said that 4 are or have been affiliated with Hamas and 2 with Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Well, ain't that some shit? Al Jazeera said the accusations are fabricated and part of a wider pattern of hostility. Yeah, they have been after reporters for the longest time because information is important. If you wipe out the people who are sending information and sharing it, then, you can get away with any kind of, twist in the story. But I'm going to show you that stuff in a second. Is it not in this article? It is not in this particular article. Is it over here? It is over here. So IDF releases more documents. It says shows cooperation between Hamas and Al Jazeera. Oh boy. So that is what this looks like. And they've made it really, really small. They made it super small, like here, and it's blurry as fuck. Like, see, they made it really blurry, so it was really hard to see it, which makes it hard for my Google to translate it. But I did find a clearer copy, and I am going to show you what this says. So, downloads. Let's see. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. As you can see, that's what this is. It's my Google Lens. Psychological Operations Department. I don't know why it's called that, but whatever. The contempt of the military media is what this says up here. Site Operation 16. The story was collected from multiple sources. This is what they are saying is proof that Al Jazeera is working with Hamas, by the way. The story was collected from multiple sources, and the final narrative and practical treatment was formulated, which will be sent for approval by the apparatus leader. Martyr Films. I guess that's the production company. Follow up on the production of a film about martyrs Raid al-Attar and Muhammad Abu Shamal with the Rafa Brigade follow up on the production of the film about the martyr Fawzi Abu al-Farah and the Northern Brigade. This part here. A number of writers and occupiers on the subject of the gas field, the telephone, the island. There's a little bit of a translation issue here and there, but you get the gist of it, though. Work to provide a safe communication channel, the emergency room, and the lack of an island, issuing notices to journalists and correspondents regarding the issue of calling up reserves in a maneuver. He briefed journalists on the type of jeep that was targeted in Jenin with explosive devices, educating a number of journalists about the plan of the new chief of staff, Farazi al-Limi, and its areas of work and concepts in coordination with the Hebrew Affairs Department. How many journalists and correspondents reported on the hostile unit 5252? Hold on. Where was it? All right. Hostile actions during the Battle of Dar al-Ara. So this sounds like they're talking about making a documentary, a filming project by something, and I think it's called Martyr Films. It's either the production company or what they're calling it. I don't know. So that's what Google Lens says is that proof translated. Let's see this part. Yes, we did. So yeah, that's what that is. That's what that translates. And supposedly this says Al Jazeera phone worked to establish a secure communication channel between the Emergency Operations Center of Hamas. It does not say Hamas in this. It sounds like they're working on a film project for a documentary. These people are fucking insane. They are. They're fucking insane. In fact, if your Google Lens works, and it gets a little tricky because it's not really great with Arabic, but it gives you the general idea. You guys are welcome to try to put your camera up to your phone or your phone up to the thing with your Google Lens and give it a shot. Absolutely welcome to. But yeah, this is their fuck you proof that they're going to go target and kill 6 journalists. This silliness right here. It sounds like they're making a documentary on war crimes, is my fucking guess. So yeah, I can pause that. Whatever. All right. Did the Arkansas thing. The journalists being targeted. Okay, here we go. Next article. Judge who dismissed Trump's secret documents case is now a potential candidate for attorney general. Yeah, that doesn't sound fucking weird or anything. I'm sure it's all a fucking coincidence. The federal judge who tossed out Donald Trump's classified documents case could be in line to be the next attorney general. District Judge Aileen Cannon is reportedly on the list of names for the top law enforcement position within the potential second Trump administration. Again, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Of course not. According to ABC News, citing a planning document titled Transition Planning Legal Principles. The document was reportedly drafted by Trump's top advisors, including Boris Epstein, I guess, among the former president's chief aides on his legal team. Other names allegedly in consideration for the top roles in a second Trump administration include Trump role figures embroiled in former president's criminal cases and those who amplify anti-democratic statements, according to them. Mike Davis, who vowed a reign of terror and called for journalists to be imprisoned in gulags. Hi, that fucking sounds just so perfect with the last article we saw, doesn't it? And immigrants in cages. You know what? I feel like maybe Mike Davis should tone it down a notch. Damn. Trump's former assistant attorney general, Jeffrey Clark, among the former president's co-defendants in a sprawling election interference case in Georgia, where they are criminally charged for the attempts to overturn the state's elections in 2020, and is reportedly in consideration. Is also in consideration, which is interesting because apparently some shit's going down in Georgia. There was some little tidbit of a whisper of news that was talking about some people changing out the voting machines in Georgia not long after those hurricanes cleared up because they were rigged or something. And then I saw something else about more of that shit, which I don't have handy at the moment. Sorry. But at least I'll give you something more to go toward. American creating deep fakes targeting Harris works with Russia intel, documents show. Of course. Everybody's using deep fakes now. A former deputy Palm Beach County sheriff who fled to Moscow and became one of the Kremlin's most prolific propagandists is working directly with the Russian military intelligence to pump out deep fakes and circulate misinformation that targets Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign, according to Russian documents obtained by the European Intelligence Service and reviewed by the Washington Post. That seems kind of wild that they would do that. And then, let someone have those documents that shows that. Sounds weird, but whatever, right? The documents that show that John Mark Dugan, who also served in the U.S. Marines and has a long claim to be working independently of the Russian government, was provided funding by an officer from the GRU, Russian Military Intelligence Service. And that doesn't look good. Some of the payments were made after fake news sites he created began to have difficulty accessing Western artificial intelligence systems this spring, and he needed an AI generator, a tool that can be prompted to create text, photos, and videos. None of that sounds good at all. And it just gives you backstory on who he is. Well, I honestly, if Russia's doing it, they're not the only ones. Our government's been doing it too. Shit coming out of the Middle East, you name it. I'm getting some dry throat. All right. Next article. Like ad attacking them. Dark money is also responsible for an ad urging voters to support Oklahoma Supreme Court justices. So yeah, this is some local shit here. In Oklahoma City. Sorry, the air gets really dry in here when I have the door closed. After a dark money group began airing an ad urging Oklahomans not to retain Oklahoma Supreme Court justices on the ballot, News 4 found a different dark money group is now running its own ad urging voters to retain the justices. And a former Republican attorney general is also urging voters to keep the justices on the court. Yeah, I've seen some of that. The guy who runs the Second Amendment group here in Oklahoma, he was saying to get rid of them because they're evil, leftist liberals or something. I can't remember quite what he called them. It's something along those lines. But that guy is also kind of not a good person. So I'm more inclined to actually vote to keep them just out of spite. I'm kind of pissed off at Oklahoma, to be honest. So we got that fucking mess going. And it seems like there's dark money for and against the justices. I wonder how they consider something to be dark money. I don't know. That sounds I don't know. The whole thing sounds shady. Oh, excuse me. Let me go say hi to everybody real quick. Oh, hello, Ronan. Oh, I think that's scrolling correctly. Oh, let me check going on here. Hi, Bone. How are you? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, Public Affairs Committee. I knew it was some shit like that. Let's see. Arkansas right across the river from me. I hear you. It's not far from me either. Hey, Ronan. How are you? So glad you're here. Welcome. Natural disaster. Well, it's easier to do. I mean, look what they did to Hawaii with all those fires. Imagine if they did that to Arkansas. Fuck. There's a lot of forests and stuff around there. That place would go up like a tinderbox. Well, I mean, They got a whole lot of people's houses, so I mean, it was bound to happen. They don't want their horrendous crimes to be documented. Exactly. I mean, I feel the same way if freaking when America tries to silence journalists, you know? They try to be a little more discreet about killing their journalists. They don't like announce to everybody they're actually looking for them, though. America still at least pretends they're not like that. Cats for Trump. I hear you, man. It's 78 degrees here. I mean, I don't know what part of Oklahoma you're at, but I'm assuming it's probably similar. So we're doing good on that. All right. This, man, I couldn't believe this shit. An order of nuns living in a monastery hit back after the GOP canvasser falsely accuses them of voter fraud. Fuck me. Oh, God damn. A Pennsylvania canvasser claimed an address in Erie, Pennsylvania, a key swing county in the key swing state, for an upcoming presidential election is linked to 53 voter registrations that could be a source of voter fraud. However, that address is home to the Benedictine Sisters of Erie, and they have been firing back at what they call defamatory claim from the canvassing group's founder. Cliff Maloney said on Monday that one of his members discovered an address at Erie with several dozen voter registrations and claimed that no one lives there. Obviously, somebody does. Maloney is the founder of the Pennsylvania Chase, a self-described ground game campaign to knock 500,000 doors to chase GOP ballots and increase the GOP mail-in results. We knocked on the door because the Republican mail-in ballot is unreturned. Well, if it's unreturned, then obviously they're not trying to do something with it. Maloney wrote on X, "Our attorneys are reviewing this right now, and we will not let the Dems count on illegal votes." The Benedictine Sisters of Erie were quick to hit back and made it clear that it very much exists and they do reside there. Can you fucking imagine? Now you're accusing nuns of voter fraud. It just gets better all the time. Hold on, everybody. Sorry, my kitten had something she needed me to take care of real quick. Sorry about that. Let's get on. All right. So, yeah, apparently the GOP decided they're going to do this. And the whole 53 voters registered there. There's a lot of times where, nuns and stuff, they live there for a certain amount of time. And, they register to vote. And then maybe when their time is up, it still registers that they're there, even when they're not anymore. Oklahoma's had that issue, too. I sometimes, like someone who used to live here, almost 10 years ago, once in a while will get a voter's registration card in the mail. And I was like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I think it's kind of wild they're trying to accuse the nuns of this. But, next article. All right. Here we go. Israel bombs Beirut and claims Hezbollah stashing gold under hospital. Boy, they just have any excuse to bomb a hospital. They really do. Think about this. If you know Israel is going to bomb a hospital, you're not going to hide in a hospital no more. It wouldn't make sense. If I knew that where I hid was going to get me shot, I wouldn't fucking hide there. It doesn't make sense for Hezbollah or anyone else to hide in a fucking hospital. It just doesn't at that point. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, Israeli army spokesperson, has accused Hezbollah of hiding millions of dollars in cash and gold under a hospital in Beirut. This accusation has escalated concerns about Hezbollah using civilian locations to conceal assets. I highly doubt they have gold under there. Why the hell do they even think there's any gold under there? They're making an excuse to fuck it because everybody's so tired of hearing, oh, weapon stash here, weapon stash. Now they're changing to gold. Well, it's not illegal to have gold, firstly, and they're saying that Hezbollah is a terrorist group, but they're also a political group. And it's not outrageous for a political group to have funding and money. This is just an excuse to tear shit up because they're supposed to be Israel's supposed to be defending itself. So why are they chasing gold? Except to fucking take it. Apparently, let's see. Can I do anything? Oh, now these finally work. So we can play this without sound, so I don't get a copyright hit. And then you can follow the captions. That would be Beirut getting bombed. Ugh. Wait, let me back this up a second. Hold on. We did not strike. Okay. Let's see this real quick. We did not strike where Hezbollah has millions of dollars. So we did not strike where Hezbollah has gold. All right. Okay, in Nasrallah bunker. Directly under the Shea hospital in the heart of Beirut. They always use these weird fucking little AI diagram things. Oh my god. Those are the entry and exit tunnel shafts from the underground. Oh, lots of hospitals have underground areas, like underground parking and shit like that. A hospital with underground anything is not a big surprise. Oh, this is so fucking silly. And where does this long ass thing go, I wonder? It contains rooms and beds. Oh, hospitals, that. They love just making this shit up as they go along. There's hundreds of millions of dollars in cash. Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, if it's their money, it's really not their concern. They're supposed to be defending themselves, after all. Monitoring the compound. It's a hospital. Oh, you're saying we will not strike the hospital itself. Okay. I'm sure they've said that before. That particular guy is always so fucking weird. Next article. I hadn't heard about this, so I was a bit surprised for this to pop up on my thing. DNC shooting suspect was planning a mass casualty event as 120 guns and 250,000 ammo rounds found in home. That's a fucking lot. An Arizona man was arrested after a series of attacks on a Democratic National Committee office may have been planning a mass casualty event. Jeffrey Michael Kelly, 60, was arrested on Tuesday night by Tempe police and charged with multiple felony counts, including unlawful discharge of a firearm, shooting at a non-residential structure, and committing an act of terrorism, and 3 misdemeanor counts of criminal discharge. When FBI agents searched his home Wednesday morning, they found at least 120 guns and 250,000 rounds of ammunition, body armor, and a grenade launcher and dummy grenades. Why dummy grenades? I mean, you've got all that. Why dummy grenades? What the fuck? They also found guns in his car, including a fully automatic weapon. State and law enforcement believe that this person was preparing to commit an act of mass casualty with the guns he had, and that his progression of violence was escalating. I'd be curious to hear about this. Investigators accused Kelly of posting anti-democratic signs in the area near his home in Awataki. I can't pronounce that. A suburb southeast of Phoenix, Tempe Police Chief Kenneth McCroy said at a press conference. I wish my daughter would not talk right outside the door. Hold on a second. Boy, I love her, but damn. Let's see, where is it? Okay. The signs boasted a wide range of anti-democrat messaging from Never Harris to Dems Kill Jews. So apparently he put up a sign talking shit about Democrats, and this is what's going on. Kelly has also attached clear plastic bags with a white substance and labeled them biohazard, police said. The substance inside was ultimately determined to be non-hazardous. That seems kind of fucking weird too, but okay. His arrest came after police reported 3 shootings in a matter of weeks at the DNC Tempe office building. The first incident occurred on September 16th, followed by another one on September 23rd. The most recent incident occurred on October the 6th, when the building was damaged by a BB gun and a firearm round. That's a bit fucking weird. Why carry both? Authorities said at the time, all of these incidents occurred between midnight and 1 a.m. The DNC office included space for Kamala Harris' campaign, the Arizona Democratic Party, and campaigns for Democrat House and Senate candidates. Let's look at this for a second. So he had a bag that had white stuff in it that said biohazard, but it was nothing hazardous. And they want to get him for terrorism and a whole bunch of other shit. And they start this off with he put signs boasting a wide range of anti-democrat messages like Never Harris and Dems Kill Jews. Okay. Seems kind of wild they're adding this in there, like that's actually a crime. And they're saying, and they're blaming him for someone shooting the building, and they said that he was damaged by a BB gun and a firearm round. Why the hell would somebody go up to a building and shoot with both? That doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Why would you carry 2 different kinds of guns like that? And all these incidents occurred between midnight and 1 a.m. Okay. I think this guy's getting set up. I think they didn't like his fucking signs he put up, and I think they're trying to hem him up with some silly bullshit. This feels like a lot of crap they just kind of made up and threw together. And like I said, his arrest came after police reported 3 shootings in a matter of weeks, over a period of weeks. And I don't see how they have any proof that he was even there. That's kind of wild. I think this guy's getting hemmed up, honestly. Authorities removed the Dems Lie sign. The suspect allegedly connected with hanging the sign in Arizona was arrested. So I think this is politically motivated. Absolutely. I think he put up a bunch of signs they didn't like, and they're hemming him up with some charges. Because it's kind of weird. The building was damaged by a BB gun and a firearm round. Honestly, like, I don't know. I'm not really an expert on BB guns, but I don't know if any BB gun that damages like buildings, really. Like, I don't know. That sounds kind of fucking weird. It sounds like, the odds of him carrying 2 different kinds of guns like that seems kind of weird. I think the chances are better that maybe different people took shots at it, and he could have been blamed for it. Yeah, I think they're hemming this guy up, to be honest. That's crazy. Well, alright. So I've bitched and complained, and I feel a lot better. Let's see. Back over here. Ooh, about 38 degrees. That's a little bit chilly outside. At least in my opinion. Let's see. Oh, yes, there was a lot of gold stole out of Iraq and Libya. Absolutely there was. Because they didn't want anyone to be on the gold standard. They want all the gold for themselves. In fact, I do believe that Argentina's president, or whatever the fuck he is, people have been asking where the gold in Argentina is, and he said he moved it and he won't tell them where. Although we can guess. We absolutely can guess because we saw whose boots he licked. So we know where that gold went. Rail cars of it. Doesn't surprise me. The hospital staff invited journalists to come see for themselves. Right? Yeah. Well. Well, thank you so much for coming and listening to me complain about stuff. I was hoping I'd get it done fairly quickly, and we got it done less than an hour. I'm pretty excited about that. I always love it when y'all come to visit me. Lots of hugs to Miss Frosty, and to VHS Mikey, and to Frosty Broccoli, and Daniel Berry, and the lovely Sherry, of course. And Bone. Cannot forget Bone. We love him. He's a darling. And Ronan, lots of hugs to you. Always glad to see you. Although I don't think I've ever seen you over here before. But still glad to see you. Let's see. Ah, Dante. Hello, Dante. I saw someone say hi to you, but for some reason I just wasn't seeing it properly. Anyways. I did say Miss Frosty as well, didn't I? I hope I didn't forget her. Anyways, I love y'all. Always glad to have y'all come visit. I might be doing something tomorrow. Maybe. I'll probably will play another movie for everyone. I might be doing Frankenweenie and Corpse Bride, since I think those movies are kind of connected in some weird Tim Burton kind of way. But we'll see. I'll talk to Raquel about it. But we'll probably get started around 7 if we do it. Because I try to do the 7 o'clock thing when I can. Sorry. A little bit of hair roll. Tonight I started a little later because there was a Zoom thing I had to sit on, and I thought, Aw. Thank y'all for being here. But, yeah. Love y'all. Be safe. Be good. If you're not going to be good, don't get caught. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, I love y'all. Mwah. Oh, wait. I forgot. I gotta do my little outro.
Welcome to the ship show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, hey, what the fuck? And then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock.